We are live for a little Friday night dirt track action here in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania. Shaggy's neck of the woods, man. You could, if you could turn this camera a little bit to the right, that's where you would see me. When the Outlaws come to town, I always park inside on that infield, you know, keep the dust out of your eyes. This is where I definitely have a dream of someday becoming the announcer. I think that would be pretty dang cool here. But, man, welcome to South Central PA, my neck of the woods. And you got some of the, you know, two of the most unique tracks on iRacing, I think. We'll touch on Williams Grove, you know. I mean, people hate on it. People, you know, it is tough to pass. It is what it is. Kind of shaped like that paperclip. It's slide or die there. And Lincoln, you know, you're going to see some people be able to work that inside. It's a long way around the outside of 3 and 4. There we just got a good demonstration. 1 and 2, a little more bottlenecked on entry. You know, you can go the wide way around, but you'll see it funnels you to want to get low to middle on exit. You don't want to really go the whole way up around. There's a wall opening there, which it bugs me to this day. iRacing, you see the late model pull out of the quote-unquote pits there in the infield. That is the iRacing pits. That's not the real-life pits. That's where a lot of us fans like to hang out there in the infield. And then you got the safety crew and then our billboard there for Victory Lane with the video board. That's a pretty cool deal. But last week, Jamie Massey came into town, absolutely dominated the race at Knoxville, and we'll have to see what he can do here in South Central PA. It's not going to be as easy. Right now, I got to do a little bit of math. Not everybody's put a lap in. We've got 29 cars, and only 18 cars are going to take the green flag here for tonight's feature. So far, that's 11 drivers going home. And that's a big deal. You know, you're going to have to behave. But at the same time, be aggressive in your heat race. You know, they're going to take the top 4 from each heat race. I believe I saw in the information there. Top 4 from each heat. Right now, with this many drivers, I'd be thinking a 3-heater. I mean, if not, if they would run 4, by all means do it. But that means you're only going to take 2 from the B main or 1 from the B main if they decide to do a 1-and-1, which we might see happen. If we do see a C main, I would imagine it's a 1-and-1. But if I'm wrong, Tyler or Sean, anybody really, can feel free to jump up here, yell at me, tell me I'm wrong. Just know that if you come in here, you're going over the broadcast. It's not, I can't do anything secretive. Anything you tell me can and will go over the airwaves. It's 36, 37, 38. No, okay, still at the 29, even though you heard me saying 30s for some reason. Right now, the quickest guy on the racetrack is the 2 of Lane Phillips. Obviously, times have dipped down, I would imagine. But Lane trying to find a way to dice around here through 3 and 4. Now we go down into 1 and 2. And actually, let's do something here. Let's run around. We didn't even give you a lap here at Lincoln. So this is through 3 and 4. And this is where I say it's very unique. Wide around the outside. It makes you want to go hit that inside. Now here, you see, he gets that thing super sideways, tries to straighten it up as early as he can. Comes close down to that inside wall on exit. And I think that's where we'll see the speed tonight. Now, don't get me wrong. You'll be able to do what he's doing right now. You'll have to go around at some point and try to beat this place down. You just don't want to end up in the golf course. And, well, let's see here. I don't even know. You're not going to be able to see it, but Shaggy does a lot of golfing over there too, man. The Bridges golf course. And that would be right over that set of trees there on the backstretch, actually. You can, how they're thinned out a little bit. If you're, that's, I think, hole 12. Oh, wait, excuse me, no, 1, 2. I played a scramble, so the other day, a tournament, and that's what made it in the back. But no, it's like hole 5 or 6. Man, if you can hear the cars warming up, if it's a Saturday night, getting ready to roll, getting the motors warmed up. Around 4:30, 5 o'clock, you start hearing them turn. Let's find somebody else here. Let's see if we can hop into another practice room. And it gives us the advantage here. We'll get to load up these paints. I promise they're all not running those. They just, so many drivers when you click into a new session. See, it takes a little bit sometimes for them to load up. But right now you're looking at the 24 of Tommy. Literal. I'm guessing, you know, gonna pronounce that literally, how it looks. And Peyton Anderson out here in the 43, taking a peek under that 21 machine, and we'll have to see who that 21 machine is. It's actually the 25 machine of JJ Crow. Couldn't tell if I see a, yeah, we do see a, no CSS. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, it's on the front there. No, that's B. That's a B. Okay, I thought possibility they were teammates, these guys. Don't know them that well yet. Only week 3 in the season, so gonna take a little bit here until we know everybody. But Kelly Carmen in the 15. Gonna pull that thing down. Now, Kelly, we both know that could go Either way, that's a guy's name and a girl's name, so I'm not going to touch that one yet. We're just going to hang on with Kelly until I get confirmation. The 4 there, Greg Parmalee, he's pulling it off. He's taking a little break. Let's see here. Let's go find another one. We got Bo Krebs, actually. He's out there on the racetrack. I'm familiar with Bo from a couple other ones here in this 168. But hey, the checkered flag flying on warm-ups, and that means we're getting ready to roll into qualifying here at the Lincoln Speedway. Make sure you head on into that infield, too. Get some French fries from Brickers. I'm telling you. We got a French fry stand. I don't know what it is. You know, it's probably old. That's probably what it is. But something special about that vinegar. Those vinegar fries. Something real special about them. Right now we're watching Bryce Dickinson here in the 84 come off of 4. Ready to take the green flag. Bryce rolls around right now on the bottom. Just looking to keep that thing straight as he can. Doesn't want to lose a lot of speed. And looking like a decent lap. Could have been a little quicker, I'd imagine. But let's see what the stopwatch says. Is Bryce not even... That may not have been the first lap there. He may have tapped the wall a little bit. I don't see a lap time coming up for Mr. Bryce. There he gets one final time around, and the 84 parks at P7 for the time being. Is Jamie Massey, last week's winner, currently up top in that 6 machine. Can the HNL driver take it a whole nother level? Right now, gonna lean on lap number... No, he much improved. Jamie Massey, almost a 10th and a half quicker on lap number 2. Man, that's a way to come out here to Pennsylvania, set the bar high as we watch Darrell Bass roll around. Can he reel in a top 5 qualifying spot? The 90 right now sitting P16, not gonna improve. Clifford Driscoll, lap number 1, P2. Bo Krebs, also purple sector 2, P2 when he comes around. Let's follow Cliff here as he comes to the line. What kind of time? Cliff Driscoll slower through sector 2. Bo Krebs slower as well. But 2 guys go out late in qualifying, park themselves inside the top 3. Jamie Massey, Bo Krebs, Clifford Driscoll, Scott Dobbs, Cooper Accord, your top 5. On here, Cliff, no, he's going to pull it off early. I didn't know if he may have contacted the wall, not going to use all of the laps that he could have. I think he pulled it in 1 lap early, but pretty good effort there. I mean, you park it inside the top 5. I mean, how much more can you ask for? Got yourself a good spot in your heat race, and with 29 drivers in the field. Actually, I think 28. I believe one of them's an admin. You know, that means 10 drivers going home. So just want to make sure you get yourself in the dance and you're ready to play. As we take a look at the starting lineup for heat race number 1. At 00, Trevor McCoy rounds out the field on the inside of row number 5. Row number 4 on the outside in the 15, Kelly Carmen. Lined up on the inside in the 21, Blackjack Joseph McIntyre. Row number 3 on the top shelf, the 84 of Bryce Dickinson. And to his inside, the 18 of Brandon Geisway. Row number 2 on the outside in the 06, JP Shed, and lined up on the inside, the 23 of Willie Cuddy. Row number 1 for heat race number 1. Winner starts on the pole for tonight's feature, starting on the outside, the 29 of Scott Dobbs, and starting on the pole, the 6 of Jamie Massey. Now, we're going to bring up iRacing here real quick just to cheat, to make sure. You saw the top of the screen there. Top four. Top four make it to the show. We're going to have three heats, excuse me. And what that means is, well, we got 12 locking themselves in through the heat races, and a B main that'll be battling for 6, or 2 of them with 3 apiece as they drop the hammer. Jamie Massey leads us to heat race number 1. 3 wide almost for the lead. The Cuddy man trying to cut his way to the inside. The 23 gets the nose under Dobbs, but Dobbs too much steam on the outside, and he's able to hold on to P2 for now as we take a look. Brandon Geisweit, that man on the outside, looking in. Found himself towards the front of the feature last week, but slowly started to sink. And I know Brandon gonna look to get this thing straight into the show, and he's trying to do that right now. Can he get to the inside as we take a peek on the nose? Side by side coming to the stripe. What's it look like through 1 and 2? Brandon, can he hook up off the bottom? This is the battle on the racetrack for the 4th and final transfer position. And the Blackjack, Joey McIntyre, a.k.a. the 44. Can't even call him Blackjack anymore. Flirting around there in 6th. He's liking what he sees. He wants those guys to beat and bang a little bit. He'd like to race his way on into the show. As we watch Jamie Massey just trying to slowly pull away. 5 laps to play here in Abbottstown. Scott Dobbs, he hasn't let the leader out of his sights, but hasn't been close enough to make a move here as Geisweit still trying to get it to work, man. Back and forth, back and forth. Seems like Brandon has the advantage through 1 and 2, but just can't find the grip on the exit. Floats up there a little bit through the center, loses grip, and there you see JP holds on, shuts the door. With 3 laps to go, Brandon's got to get it together here. He's got to figure out how to nail 3 and 4. Sticks it to the bottom this time. Low and slow's the way to go. 2 laps to go, and the 18's got himself in the A main. But oh man, little contact there. JP does the right thing though, gets in the brakes, loses a spot now to McIntyre, who may not find himself in the show, but right now would start on the front row for the B main as Jamie Massey heads down the backstretch here at the Lincoln Speedway for the final time. Through 3 and 4, checkered flag flies, and Jamie Massey takes off right from where he left it last week at Knoxville. Wins heat race number 1. Scott Dobbs, Willie Cuddy, Brandon Geisweit to the feature. Joseph McIntyre, JP Shed, Bryce Dickinson, Trevor McCoy, and Kelly Carmen to the B main. As we take a look here at our starting grid for heat race number 2, rounding out the field on the inside of row number 5 in the 14, Michael Autry. Row number 4 on the top shelf in the 69, JT Wellman. Lined up on his inside in the 33, Michael Ashmore. Row number 3 to the outside, Scooter in the 44, Chris Thibodeau, and to his inside, the 118 of Trent Merkel. Row number 2 on the outside, the 94 of Gary Offit, and to his inside, the deuce of Lane Phillips. Row number 1 for heat race number 2. Winner starts on the outside of the front row for tonight's feature. The 59 of Cooper Accord lines up on the outside, and on the inside, the 168 of Bo Krebs. So get ready to go racing here at the Lincoln Speedway, heat race number 2. About underway here. I believe, is that... Yeah, that's Cooper up there having some fun there. Get a little heat in that motor on the top shelf. Love the paint job. Cooper Accords 59. That thing is nice. Whoever painted that did an absolutely fantastic job. But as we roll through 3 and 4 here for the final time, Bo Krebs set to drop the hammer, and we're ready to play in the clay in Abbottstown, PA. Heat race number 2 underway. Contact. Car in the outside wall. Gary Offit. And the 33 goes around of Michael Ashmore. No caution here. We keep on rolling. Bo Krebs setting the pace. Lap 1 in the books here is the battle on for the 4th and final transfer. Merkel able to hold on to it for now in that 118, but he's got a mirror full of Scooter in that 44. And the Raging Cajun scoots his way on downstairs. Chris Thibodeau, can he throw the slide job? Yes, he can. Merkel, can he counter back with one of his own? Still a little bit of room there. No, he's going to go up dancing where Mama hides the cookies. That top shelf through 3 and 4. Bo Krebs' fastest lap of heat race number 2 last time by a 15.71. Just to put in perspective, everybody else last time in the 8s or 9s. Bo Krebs absolutely laying down the lightning here, but this is the action. Can Lane hold off the 44 Scooter? He's been on the charge here. That 44 may not qualify the best. He'll admit to that. But the guy knows how to go out here and race, and very competitive every time he's on the racetrack. 5 laps to go. Plenty of time for the 44 to make a move, and you're seeing Trent Merkel creep his way back into the picture. Trent, he knows how important it is to finish in this top 4. Are we going to see him try a hero move? No, he gets in the outside wall through 1 and 2, and he's going to all but have to be perfect from here on out if he wants to run down the 44, as he's in the wall again, and Bo Krebs sees 3 fingers in the air, 3 more trips around. Rolling down the backstretch here through 3 and 4. You see the cars pace around. 2 laps to go here at the Lincoln Speedway. Single file all around the racetrack. No battles anywhere. You know, Lincoln will do that to you. It's not an easy racetrack. It's going to beat the hell out of you. You got to hang on, and that's exactly what the 168's done here. Half a lap to go. Final time through 3 and 4. Going to dance with the devil upstairs as he sees the checkered flag fly. Oh, Cooper Accord, he gets in the wall on the final lap. Cooper goes from 2nd to 4th. And Lane Phillips, man, him, Chris Thibodeau, Bo Krebs, Cooper Accord make the show. Tough break for Cooper, though. Trent Merkel, JT Wellman, Michael Ashmore, Gary Offit, and Michael Autry to the B main. As we get ready for our 3rd and final heat race here with the Outlaw Dirt Series. Row number 4, starting on the outside in the 4, Greg Parmalee. And to his inside, the double deuce of James Bachman. Or Ballman. We're going to say Ballman. What was I saying? Bachman. That's Ballman. James Ballman Jr. Get it together, Shaggy. Row number 3 on the top shelf, the 90 of Reel 'em In, Daryl Bass. And to his inside, the 43 of Peyton Anderson. Row number 2 on the top shelf, to the outside, the 24 of Tommy Literal. And to his inside, the 316 of Devin Howard. Row number 1 winner. Gonna start on the inside of row number 2. On the outside, the 25 of JJ Crow. And starting on the pole, the 63 of Clifford Driscoll. Well, Justin, I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, you heard me get quiet there. I love pumpkin pie as well. Now, it's not my favorite. Cherry pie is definitely my favorite. But, I mean, pumpkin pie, I can deal with it. And at the pace we're going, Jamie Massey may bring home another one. We'll have to see. He's got Brandon Geist right out there this evening. Rooting on the Excel Motorsports team as we roll through 3 and 4. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. Heat race number 3 underway. Final 4. Who's going to punch their ticket? Right now, Peyton Anderson's that man. In the 43, got double file behind him, and now he may be the meat in the sandwich here as Tommy gets a big run on the outside in that 125. Can Tommy race his way on up, jumps in the throttle a little hard, loses the rear end in the middle of 1 and 2. This is a battle on up the road here. JJ Crow on the outside, trying to work around Devin Hauer. Can 316 get it done? Stone cold on the bottom. Clifford Driscoll, man, he takes a peek out of that rearview mirror, and he is just going to absolutely love what he sees. And, well, let's show you. 3, 4 wide behind, and now we may have to go up. Devin, look at him beating and banging behind. Darrell Bass, the beneficiary through this, as he's able to take a peek under Peyton Anderson. Can he find himself in that top 4, get himself in the show? Darrell Bass, how far can he go? Devin Hauer is going to lose that spot now to the 25 of JJ Crow. JJ got that outside rolling, and we're seeing it now throughout the field. Peyton dedicated to that outside. Darrell using it when he can, but he's got to cut to that inside to find a way around. You know, limited room up here on the top shelf, but if the driver drives it in, jumps over the cushion like that, that's a good way for the Bassman to try to get it done. Forces it up the racetrack, shuts the door. What kind of run can he get off 4? Not a good one. Peyton Anderson, he's going to return the favor here through 1 and 2. Leaves a little more room than I would have. There it goes, bouncing back off each other down the backstretch here at Lincoln. Oh man, your call. Give it to whoever you want there. I think it's the 43 of Peyton Anderson on the inside, but with 2 to go, Cliff Driscoll sees the white flag this time. Final trip around. Cliff Driscoll riding off into the sunset. This is where the battle's at. 2nd and 3rd, 4th and 5th, but they calm down as the checkered flag waves. Clifford Driscoll, Devin Hauer, JJ Crow, Darrell Bass punched their ticket into tonight's A main. Peyton Anderson, Tommy Literal, James Ballman, and Greg Parmalee to the B main. Because now we take a peek here. Okay, so, all right, we're getting a decent sized field. So it is just a B main here. And we are going to take 6 drivers from this 14-car field. So we'll see who ends up making the call. But right now, listed to start this race, row number 7 on the outside, the 14 of Michael Autry, lined up to his inside, the 15 of Kelly Carmen. Row number 6 on the outside, the 4 of Greg Parmalee, and to his inside, his teammate in the 94, Gary Offit. Row number 5 on the outside, the 00 of Trevor McCoy, and to his inside, the double deuce of James Ballman Jr. Row number 4 to the outside in the 33, Michael Ashmore, and lined up on the inside, the 84 of Bryce Dickinson. Row number 3 on the top shelf, the 24 of Tommy Literal, and lined up on the inside, the 69 of JT Wellman. Row number 2 to the outside, the 06 of JP Shed, lined up on the inside, the 43 of Peyton Anderson. Row number 1 for tonight's B main at Lincoln, top 6 to the show. On the outside, the 118 of Trent Merkel. And starting on the pole, the 21 of Joseph McIntyre Jr. As we get ready here, Lincoln Speedway B main time. And of course, it wouldn't be SDK without a little overlay hiccup. You know, you need those. You got to stay on your toes. Get it refreshed on your side. I'm going to try and refresh it on my side now. I sadly don't know these drivers by heart yet, but final time through 3 and 4. Joseph McIntyre leads us to the green flag. We're underway. 12 laps to play, and there we go. Some drivers already out of it here. Michael Ashmore in the 33, broken right front. Caution flag waves. He's going to try to get that thing down pit road. But just like that, man, tempers flare, and got a couple guys having to go down and use that quick repair. Let's take a look here in the overview. He just loses it a little bit. And here we decided we're going to go 3 wide to the starter line. I know that's tough on the 0-0, but man, oh man, sometimes that's just what sucks about racing. And, you know, I mean, there are admin in this. They'll throw the cautions if they need to. But, man, you lined up on that outside. Can't pass the guy in front of you on the inside, or leads to congestion like that. And that's exactly what happens. Yellow flag flies here early. Greg Parmalee, he's in pit road. I believe, yeah, he's sitting in there in the Ford. Trevor McCoy, he may have packed it up. He may have decided enough's enough. Now, right now, SDK is telling me laps count. So, not too sure here if we're watching, laps tick under caution, or if it's going to reset for us here whenever we take the green flag. But it is the final time down the backstretch here as the pace car is off. Trent Merkel set to bring the field to the green flag as he rolls the high side through 3 and 4, drops the hammer. We're back underway at Lincoln Speedway. Still telling us 8 to go, so they may have been counting here. We'll have to see if it decides to refresh. Nothing I can suck and pull up from there. But let's focus back here on 6th. Bryce Dickinson. This is something we can focus on. Definitely can't control as he's trying to move up one spot. Doesn't want to be on the bubble. And now the bubbles. JT Wellman in the 69, who's blinking a little bit. He loses a spot to the double deuce. Ballman races his way on into the show. Long way to go here, though, at Lincoln Speedway. Will he be able to hold on as the 69? Oh, man. He got a little close. Got the double deuce nervous, and James gets into the outside wall going into 3 and 4. Loses 2 spots. Kelly Carmen started 16th up to 7. Can they race their way into the show here as the 15 throws it in low? No room for a slide job just yet. Thinking about 3 wide here with 4 to go. Let's take a peek up front here. These boys pretty much behaving themselves. Let's go back. Kelly Carmen looking to race their way in. Just got to settle that thing down on 4. They make a little bit of contact. That's going to do it, though. 3 to go. Kelly in the show. Oh, man. Guys roughing each other up here. As JT looking on that inside. Kelly holding on to 6th for now, but oh, JT coming back. Got that 69 in the basement here. 2 laps to go, beating it, banging down the backstretch here in Abbottstown. The 15 tightens up through 3 and 4, and as the white flag flies, final time around for the 118 of Trent Merkel. Through 3 and 4, guys battling, running a little harder than I would. Final time. Trent Merkel going to hold on to win the B-Main. Peyton Anderson, Joseph McIntyre, JP Shed, Bryce Dickinson, and JT Wellman to the A-Main. Kelly Carmen, Michael Ashmore, Gary Offit, James Ballman, Tommy Literal, Trevor McCoy, Greg Parmalee, and Michael Autry. Well, better luck next week. As we're going to give these drivers a second or two here to hop up in Discord and, well, truthfully, you know, a second or two for me to try to remember what order they won these races in. And I know Jamie Massey, heat race number 1. He's the easy go-to. I mean, when you have the guy who hits the pole and wins, that's normally heat race number 1. And Jamie, Shaggy up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I got you, brother.
Well, surprise, surprise, man. It's almost like you never left. Dominated last week, and here we go. You come out here, you get the pole by a 1/10 and a half. We know what that means in dirt racing. That's a lifetime. Yeah. And then you come out here and just wipe the floor in heat race number 1. How are we feeling going into the feature?
We pretty good. I still think we got a little work to do. They threw a curveball at us with this track reset, but we'll tune on it and see if we can't get a little better here and see what happens, man.
Okay, so that's a curveball thrown at me as well. I didn't realize we were doing that. Now, Jamie, with a fresher track going to be on the throttle a little more, do you worry about fuel level at all? Do you have to put a little more gas in it than you normally would on a tacky track, or is that not a big concern?
No, that's not really a concern to me because I build with a lot of fuel anyways. The biggest concern is what line to run and what setup, what you build. These cars are so you got to set up for. If you're going to run the top, you got to set up for that. If you're going to run the bottom, you got to set up for that. So it's just, it throws a curveball into what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So that definitely changed my process here. We're testing as we speak to see what happens.
Well, hey, man, we're not going to bug you too long. Looking forward to what you got tonight. Give him hell, Jamie. Good luck, brother.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Jamie Massey going to be starting on the pole tonight, and this guy going to be starting right beside him, Bo Krebs. Bo, Shaggy up in the booth, man. You got a copy? I can see, do you got your mic on? I can see your button lighting up, but I don't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now we got you. What's going on, Bo? How you doing tonight?
We're doing all right.
Well, you know, starting on the outside of the front row, do we like the outside here at Lincoln, or do we want to try to shuffle down to the inside as soon as we can? What are your thoughts here on the start?
I like running different lines on both ends of the racetrack. I really like the middle through 1 and 2, so I almost wish I was on the bottom. But we can get up there and knock the ball down, and that's what we plan to do. 40 laps is a long one, so we've got to keep our tires in check and make it to the end.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you're the first guy to mention that, and you're exactly right. Tires very important. And with that, you know, you maybe take yourself as a sucker those first couple laps, not worry about running so hard. You know, you can lose a spot here and there, and you can get them back at the end.
I don't want to fall too far back. It's extremely hard to pass here, especially once it gets up on the walls on both ends of the speedway. So I don't really want to fall back any. I'm okay running second, especially to Jamie. But plan is to be right up there, at least in the top 3, last 10 to go, and that's preferably out front, though.
Well, hey, Bo, looking good here in warm-ups. P4, give him hell, man. See if you can give Jamie a run tonight here at Lincoln. Good luck.
Thank you.
It's Bo Krebs, and now we're going to bring up the man right now at the top of the tower here in warm-ups, Cliff Driscoll, winner of heat race number 3. Cliff, the speed's there right now, but I heard we're going to get a track reset, so what does that say? Have you set up for that? Are you prepared?
Kind of going through making the adjustments right now, just trying to figure it out. Gave a little more life to the bottom, and it made the top a little bit wider, so, you know, hopefully we can keep the momentum rolling here through the feature.
Well, you know, Cliff, I mean, obviously you can't throw it all out there, but driver's in the car anyway, so what are we thinking here these first couple laps? Do you try to make the bottom work, or are we going to see the upstairs be dominant? What are your thoughts here?
Well, I'm kind of hoping the bottom doesn't go away super quick. I think the top will be a little bit quicker with the momentum, everybody being bottled up. But you know, we got ourselves a good starting spot here, so I'm going to try my best to keep it a little lower, maybe save some stuff for the end.
Well, hey, Cliff, man, looking forward to it. Like I say, quickest in warm-ups. You obviously got the speed. Hopefully, you can give Jamie a run tonight. Give him hell, Cliff.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I'll do my best. Thank you.
That's Clifford Driscoll here. He's going to line up P3 for tonight's feature. And man, oh man, 18 cars here at the Lincoln Speedway. That's we're going to get some congestion. Might see some lap traffic here tonight. But I expect good racing. Always is here at Lincoln. Now, we may get a caution or two till drivers learn where they're lifting in 1 and 2, but that's a different time. Or later place, later time. That isn't even how that goes either, but win some, you lose some. I'm used to losing them here. We got Justin Young out there rooting for Bryce. We got Susie rooting for HNL. And let's bring up the starting lineup here for tonight's main event for the Outlaw Dirt Series Pro late models at the Lincoln Speedway. Row number 9 starting on the outside, the 69 of JT Wellman. Lined up on the inside, the 84 of Bryce Dickinson. Row number 8 on the outside, the 06 of JP Shed. Lined up on the inside, the 21 of Joseph McIntyre. Row number 7 on the outside, the 43 of Peyton Anderson. And lined up on the inside, your B-main winner, the 118 of Trent Merkel. Daryl Bass takes the 90 and lines up on the outside of row number 6. And to his inside, the 59 of Cooper Accord. Row number 5 to the outside, the 1-8 of Brandon Geiswhite. And lined up on his inside, the 25 of JJ Crow. Row number 4 to the outside, the 4 of Scooter Chris Thibodeau. And to his inside, the 23 of Willie Cuddy. Row number 3 to the outside, Stone Cold in the 316, Devin Hauer. And lined up to his inside, the deuce of Lane Phillips. Row number 2 on the outside, the 29 of Scott Dobbs. And to his inside, the 63 of Clifford Driscoll. Row number 1 for tonight's feature at the Lincoln Speedway. Starting on the outside, the 168 of Bo Krebs. And starting on the pole, the 6 of Jamie Massey. As the green flag is high, it's ready to fly. 40 laps to play in the clay at Lincoln Speedway. We're underway. There's contact already. Scooter trying to find his way around Stone Cold on the outside. Devin Hauer with a rough start as we watch him breeze on through. Boy, oh boy. 3-4 wide here. Man. Bouncing around all sorts. Guys running in the back here like we're running for the lead on the last lap. But meanwhile, Bo Krebs here, he's trying to get that outside rolling. Bo started on the outside looking to take advantage of it as Jamie just rolling low and slow on that inside, probably trying to preserve what he has for a little bit. Able to beat him by a nose at the line. But Bo Krebs is not going away anytime soon. And Scott Dobbs, he works to the inside of the 63 of Clifford Driscoll. Cliff was hoping that inside would work, but right now not having any luck. This is going to get moved up off of it. Scott trying to get it to roll. Is Lane Phillips. We saw him running up towards the front last week. A little bit of a hiccup in Knoxville. Sent him back to the rear. And now running around in the top 5. Lane would love to go up here and join his HNL teammates. Oh, Cooper on the inside here trying to take a peek under Daryl Bass. They make a little bit of contact. Oh, they do it again. Coming across the front stretch, Cooper moves to the outside. Daryl clips the inside wall. Cooper tries to avoid, almost gets in the outside wall, gets the door closed, and Cooper's wondering, where the hell do I gotta go to get around this guy? No luck for the 59. Bo Krebs still setting the pace out front. As we go back, we watch the battles. Here, Devin Hauer, can Stone Cold find a way back on around Scooter? As the 44 scoots his way on around the high side, Chris Thibodeau, man, he is rolling, goes to the middle through 1 and 2. I told you, may not qualify the best, but the guy can race. And well, the Cajun's a lot of fun to talk to. He's definitely a favorite of Shaggy's. We always root for Chris Thibodeau anytime he's out there on the racetrack. As Bo Krebs trying to disappear here. Jamie's not going to let him just yet. 10 laps in as we're on lap 11. 1/4 of the way through here in Abbottstown. Darrell back to the outside. Cooper back on the inside. And as I say that, they do-si-do swap. Cooper tries to get a run off the high side in 4. But Darrell shuts the door. And Cooper's going to have to put his head down and go back to work as Peyton Anderson finds himself on the outside. Peyton's got that 43 looking pretty good here. Started 14th, up 3 spots, up to 11th. Another guy up 3 spots. We've talked about him, the Bassman. But now Chris Thibodeau, he finds a way on around Howard as Willie Cuddy, not too sure what happened with the front end of that machine. But I'll tell you, it don't look promising. As we go back, we try to take a look and see what happened here. And boy, oh boy. That's what happened. Just gets into the wall all by his lonesome here. Had he already done it in 1 and 2? No, so nothing was broke. I didn't know if he possibly overdrove through 1 and 2. Nothing broke on that thing and just kisses the wall. Overcorrects a little bit. Gets into the outside wall again. And just like that, hard. No, nowhere for Cooper to really go. He gets into it a little bit. Suffers some damage on the front end, but definitely not undoable at this point in time. I don't think he's gonna worry about it. I mean, he's not gonna, write home about it. I think it's gonna help him out, but I don't think that's do or die for him either here. Get ready to go double file. We're back racing here at the Lincoln Speedway. See Bo ready to drop the hammer. He chooses the outside. Jamie loses the rear end a little on the restart, but wow! Somehow, oh my gosh, I don't know how. He got that restart. What a jump there for Jamie. It didn't look like he jumped it early. Well, obviously, you have to go back and take a look here. If we get a longer green flag run and it starts to settle down. But right now, we're going to focus on the 2 and 3 wide action. Peyton Anderson finds himself there on the outside, looking at the rear end of Cooper Accord. He's got Geiswhite to the inside as Brandon's moving on by. Darrell Bass up 4 spots if he can get around that 59. Cooper's not going away, and why there's Bo Krebs here. He's probably a little upset about that restart, knows he may have fumbled it. He's going to have to burn this place down to get it back here. Jamie's going to run smooth in the middle, save that right rear. Where Bo's got to hammer that throttle, got to look for all the grip he can everywhere, and take a peek here on the inside. Can't get a run on the 6 of Jamie Massey just yet. Do we see a slide job? Yeah, we do. Jamie cracks the throttle, drives back underneath, and gonna have it at the line. Bo says, hey, I'm coming back for some more, Jamie. Cuts to the inside, and now you got to think. Advantage 168. No, Jamie hits it upstairs. But, oh, he's got to live to let him in. You got to live to race another day. And Scott Dobbs moves himself on up into P2. He's the big beneficiary of that one. Dobbsy loving that. Can the 29 get one more here? Did they just unleash Bo Krebs here on Abbottstown, Pennsylvania? Finally out front again. Does he unleash the horses? Scott Dobbs, is he the real deal right now? I mean, he's doing a good job of keeping pace here. So you hop back Bryce Dickinson here in the 84. Started 17th up to 13th. Good run for Bryce. And, I think he's going to want a little more before the end of this thing, but He's not sinking to the back, and there he's going to get one more as the 29 of Scott Dobbs in the outside wall here at the Lincoln Speedway. And what happened to the 29? As you see there, the 6 all under that rear deck lid. Now, he floats up, floats up. Just a little bit of contact there on entry. You know, he comes down a little bit. We're going to rewind it because we didn't get the best view there in that camera. But you can see, I mean, I think Jamie, you know, he does enter a little later, but I mean, he's got the nose there and just a little bit of a bump. And you can see if you watch it in slow motion, he's turning left and then he corrects a little bit, but you can see his wheels, they're turning left. He just didn't want to enter in too low and get into that wall, and there's the slightest contact, but you know, man, Scott Dobbs, he's not going to be a happy guy, and we might be seeing him voice that opinion right now in the 29. We'll stay tuned on this one. Is Dobbs going to get his spot back here? Oh, Dobbs gets his spot back. Not too sure how he's able to pull that one off. But hey, you know, I mean, if you are setting the precedent here, though, you know, if you start doing it now, you're going to have to do it later. But no, Dobbs, he's fallen to the back. I was going to say, as much as that would be nice, I don't think that's the precedent you want to send. And man, if I'm that 29, I'm every bit as pissed off too, but that's part of dirt track racing. Sometimes that's the way it goes. As we pace around here, seeing those, you see, it looks like, and it seemed like they did in the B main as well. It looks like caution laps are counted. No, okay, never mind. There it goes. As we roll through 3 and 4, Bo Krebs not going to make the same mistake. Chooses the bottom this time. Great jump here for the 168. And Jamie Massey's got to try to pull the reins on those horses. Got to try to go to work here as we battle Bryce Dickinson here to the inside. He's trying to continue that climb. Up 6 spots right now. Driving that HNL 44. The only place he can go, it's low. But right now, the 21 right up the road, or aka the 25 with JJ Crow. Road blocking a little bit is Daryl Bass trying to make it 3 wide in the 90 machine. He's stuck behind the deuce of Lane Phillips as the yellow flag flies one more time. Couldn't tell what that one was about. Let's see, was it Cooper Accord? Yeah, okay, it was in this 59. Well, that's definitely what that was about. Let's see what happened here. It just gets in the wall. I see it happen all the time here. Most of the time, you know, you lift once you get in that wall, but sometimes you keep the hammer down and you ride that wall, and, well, you get stuck under the flag stand. And then some little kid comes up to you along the fence and waves the caution flag with you. Because that flag man's sitting there is no longer. Lincoln does not use a flag ban anymore. We've switched to a video board, so that stand is still there. But they're now, basically, you know, long vertical, or height-wise, yeah, vertical, flat screen TVs that kind of, you know, just give you the picture. It's green flag when it's time to go, yellow, red, etc. It's pretty neat. Not the biggest fan of it, but it is cool. You know, I get it for the safety aspect. I really do. But man, there's I'm sure if you're watching this right now, at one point you were a little kid watching a relative or somebody you know at a dirt race, and you were standing there along the fence like I was, waving a set of flags. So that is always one of the funnest things. As we pace around here, we'll see if the lights go off on the pace truck this time. They don't. Gonna go around here one more time. No, now they do. Okay, they shut them off a little late on us. They decided midway through 1 and 2 we were going to go. But we are over halfway. We'll have 14 laps to go when we drop the hammer and come back to play here. As the green flag is high, it's ready to fly. 14 laps to play in the clay at Lincoln Speedway. Great jump from Jamie Massey on that top shelf. Bo looks to slide up, looks to make Jamie a little uncomfortable, but Jamie, man, he really pulled out all the stops. He's going to pinch him down there. They rub, make a little bit of contact. Who's got it at the line? Give it to the 6 and Jamie Massey. Jamie Massey. He rode the bottom in the beginning, nursed that right rear tire, and now he decided it's time to beat the hell out of it. It's go time, 12 laps, and the 6 leads the way. But Bo Krebs, he takes a peek up in that rearview mirror, and look who it is, it's Scooter. Chris Thibodeau scoots his way onto this podium. Man, oh man, the 44. What planet is he from? That thing is a rocket ship here tonight at Lincoln. Daryl Bass, he's up 8 spots as well as he tries to throw the slide job on Driscoll. Driscoll's got to back out of it. Now he's got Stone Cold to his inside. 316, Devin Howard looking for more. Oh, Devin gets into the back of Daryl. Daryl straightens it out, but Daryl's going to lose 1, 2, 3 spots, maybe 4. Oh, Daryl's going to get touched again. And the 43 goes in there, lays the lumber to him. Daryl's upset. He's beating it, banging back, and there goes Daryl around. Caution at the Lincoln Speedway. And we watched that. I mean, we watched it break down. This starts way long ago. You know, I mean, you get beat on here. And I know, Devin, you don't do it on purpose, but you can just see how, if as a driver, and this is no insult, anyone will tell you races with me, I do a hell of a job of getting angry in here. But if you don't stay calm, you can get yourself into a whole lot more trouble than what's needed. So he gets a little bump here on entry. That sends him a little sideways. So Devin gets into him a little earlier probably than intended. You know, you can even see Driscoll. He was about to drive around the outside there in the middle. So it's a combination of there. You get tapped by 2 guys. You're a little angry about it. You get tapped again. You're starting to get angrier. Now, you get tapped one more time pretty good, and now's when you start saying the F word and the helmet fogs up a little bit. So you turn down into the guy, you run him into the wall, and then you end up getting bounced in, going around in front of the field, and just like that, your night's over. So tough break. I mean, the Bass man, he was the hard charger here. That's tough for Daryl. Not the way you want to end this thing, but we could have rode it a little different. You know, it's just going to take some patience, and that's not the easiest thing to do here, but the lights are back on the racetrack, it looks like. See the pace truck pull back out here, so we're not going back racing just yet. Here, we're gonna leave it parked here. See, the field's gonna come try and tighten up with the pace truck, so we're still not gonna go around this time. Jamie Massey right now, man, in that 6 machine. He's calm and collected there in the beginning. Just cool with running second. Got a good jump on the restart. Lost P1 later. About 5 or 6 laps from there, but here, in the closing last 10 laps, he has really turned it on, and the man in the 6 is ready to go. Can Jamie bring it home here as we going down the backstretch for the final time? Pace truck is on pit road. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. We're ready to play. 8 laps here at Lincoln Speedway. Who's going to bring it home? So you got the damn fence in the way on that one. I'm going to have to edit that here in future races. But we're almost 3 wide there for second. As Thibodeau getting aggressive, but now all of a sudden Driscoll back to the inside in the 63, and Scooter, he's got to find a way to get that thing scooting, man. The 44, he's going to miss out on the podium. Meanwhile, Bo Krebs looking low for the lead. Cliff tries to send it in. He's got to get on the binders, though. He's going to get into the 168, and that allows Scooter to take a peek back on the top shelf. Bo sends it in on the bottom through 3 and 4. I think it's a combination. I think you'll want that top through 3 and 4, bottom 1 and 2 if you can hit it correctly. I mean, look at Driscoll. He's making the moves right now. Back up into P3, throwing that aggressive slider line here in 3 and 4. He was making up entry time. I mean, Jamie, it's not easy. You know, it's a lot easier to run second than it is to go out there and try to find the line. And boy, Krebs found it. I told you, top shelf through 1 and 2. And boy, oh boy, he's stealing Mama's cookies. New leader, 3 laps to go. Bo Krebs, man, he is burning it down. Beating the wall down here at Lincoln. That's where the speed's at right now. But Cliff Driscoll's got that thing geared up for the bottom. Battle for P2, 2 to go. Can Driscoll find a way to sneak around the 6 here of Jamie Massey? Running out of time as we go down the backstretch through 3 and 4. We're going to see the white flag fly one more trip around the Lincoln Speedway. Bo Krebs back and forth all night. Showed the speed at the end. Burnt down the high side. Final time through 3 and 4. And Bo Krebs is going to win the feature at Lincoln Speedway. Jamie Massey P2 and Clifford Driscoll rounds out the podium. Devin Hauer 4th, Lane Phillips 2nd, or 5th, excuse me, in the number 2 car. That's why I said 2nd. But boy, oh boy, great race. And man, Bo Krebs, no stranger to the Lincoln Speedway. Not many people know where our victory lane is. And yes, that is exactly where it's at. And, oh, we got the damn cable wires in front of us here. That could be electric. I don't claim to be an electrician. They could be thick enough to be actual electric wires. Someone tell me. Who knows? But we're going to give these guys a minute or two to catch their breath, and we'll pull them up here, try to get a word. Is Bo Krebs able to take the lead back after the final restart and bring it home? I know he's going to be feeling good, going to be happy about it. You know the drill. We talk with the leaders, or the winner last, though. So we're going to get a word here with this man, Clifford Driscoll in the 63, and anxious to see or to hear his thoughts as we got him up here in the booth. Cliff, Shaggy, man, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Well, dude, talking to you again. You know, it seemed like there at the middle point of the race, you were letting it get away from you a little bit, man, but you stayed focused, stayed true to that bottom, and you find yourself on the podium. How'd the car feel?
I wasn't too bad. It was a little shaky there early. I kind of over-adjusted it, trying to make sure it was tight enough at the end, and kind of wish that was about another 10-lap race. I think we'd have had something for him.
Now, you just think, you know, so what you're saying is basically to the people out there, you maybe were planning on the track to be a little bit more beat up than it was at this stage. Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Yeah, I just started the car off too tight, and I mean, it came around real nice there at the end. But if I'd had just few more people run the same line I was trying to run there on the bottom, it'd come to me a little bit quicker. But, I mean, it's a guessing game. When they reset the track like that, it was a good move. It opened up the racing, but it just threw a bit of a wrench in my plans there.
Yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, though, Cliff, a great run. You're able to finish on the podium, and realistically, you know as well as I do, a couple more laps. I think we're talking to you a little bit later than right now. That thing was quick at the end, and you were doing it where no one else was there at the end, kind of running that bottom, hitting the slider a little bit through the slick. But congratulations on a great run, Cliff, at a tough racetrack here at Lincoln. Who you want to thank, man?
First off, I got to give a shout out to the guys over at 3D Racing. They put in time, practice with me, and seat time makes you a better driver. So big shout out to those guys. I got to thank One Shot Scrap, Westside Signs, JMP Home Inspections. I got to thank House of Speed for the stuff they do on our open super side. So, it's a team effort. So just glad we could put it on the box tonight, and hopefully next week we'll have a little better run.
Well, great run, Cliff. And like you said, man, hopefully I'm talking to you next week, but maybe a little later. But congratulations, man. Good P3.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Clifford Driscoll, your third place finisher. And now we're going to bring up the man who, man, for a while, I'd have lost a lot of money here, Jamie, if somebody told me you weren't going to win this race. I'd have matched that bet. And it seemed like at the end, Bo just found the outside right when it came in. But what are your thoughts, man?
No, to be honest, I went to the bottom because the way the restart zone was there, it gave me the lead pretty much because you were going on green basically, and I got the lead that way, and then I was running the top, the only line that was faster, and I was holding him off, and he was driving so hard to stay with me, not stay with me, but it's just I didn't want to win because I got the lead like that, and so I went to the bottom and I said, if we beat him on the bottom and pull away, then we got the better car. But if he drives around me on the top side, then he has a better car. So and he drove around me on the top side, and that's just that, man. I don't like get shit handed to me, and he got around me under green flag, and I got back around him under green flag, and then that's just what it is, man. Like I don't want to win a race because of how a restart went. You know what I mean? Like because it's not their fault. They made a starting zone and it happened to go on green, and we had to start in that starting zone. It's not nobody's fault, but I just don't want to win that way. And felt like that he raced me really clean, and me and him's we've had some beef in the past, and I just want to start off on a new foot, man. And he knows I'm not going to give him anything, and that wasn't me giving it to him. That was just me giving him respect and showing him I didn't want to win that way.
Well, hey, man, it's always cool, too, when people, I know, and I mean, I think you said it to me last week, and I mean, I'd say the same damn thing. They let you put the mirror on, you're almost foolish not to use it. But it is neat, when you do show respect for that guy, and you're not staring up at that thing, and if you see him coming, you leave it open, and like you said, man, if he can do it on the high side, well, hats off to him. But if not, you earned it that much more. But tonight, Jamie, P2, that's a hell of a run. At the end of the day, I know not what you wanted, but these things add up, man, and we're points racing. So great job, Jamie.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think I want to say this with saying that I think the track reset hurt me a lot, and I wasn't prepared for that. On top of, he, dude, I think he still would have won even if I didn't go to the bottom, but I didn't want to jeopardize a slider coming in there and me and him wrecking each other and somebody else winning. So with that being said, I just wanted to race that way. But I want to thank everybody over at H&L, Papa Mike's Promotions, 14M Graphics, Mama Bear, you for broadcasting, and these guys for giving us this league to race on, and Bo and Clifford for racing me clean, man. On the next week, good points night. Thank you, brother.
Well, hey, man, I got a feeling this ain't the last time I'm talking to you, Jamie. Hell of a job, man.
So.
Way to stay humble, and look forward to seeing what you can do next week, brother.
Thank you, man. See you.
And now we're going to bring up the man who burnt the outside down here at Lincoln Speedway, Bo. I mean, what are you telling yourself? You're running P2 there in the closing laps, and I mean, we just throwing him in the wheelbarrow, letting him hang out, riding around the outside. What are you thinking?
I mean, I wasn't sure what was happening after that last restart. when I was rolling off second. I mean, I kind of lost it due to unfortunate circumstances, but I was content with it, and I was trying to get back around him, but I was like, man, I'm going to just run second here. There's no way I'm going to get back around him. And he went down. I was like, here's my chance. And yeah, I just threw him over the shoulder and fucking, my bad.
Oh, I don't
Did
care.
not mean to say that, but
I
we
don't have
threw
the
him over
check
the
mark for
shoulder.
kids.
we threw him over the shoulder and just went.
Yeah, man. It seemed like it, and I've known Jamie for a long time, and I don't care if he gets mad at me about this. I call a spade, I really do. And he kind of said he left the door open for you, but I'll tell you what, man, that's not what I saw. I kind of saw guys running that slider line through 1 and 2, and it seemed like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what was quick. I mean, I watch you get up front. That's kind of what you're doing, but you put it, man, where nobody else was going, and you absolutely planted that thing on the outside through 1 and 2, got a hell of a run, and make one of the best moves we've seen here for a lead change this season. So congratulations, Bo. Hell of a job, man. Who you want to thank?
I got to thank everybody on this ride, but most importantly, I got to thank Aiden Beerline. He's the one that set up this car, and he's a sprint car guy, but he's got these late models rolling pretty good, especially when he got a wheel like myself behind it. But him, most importantly, I raised the bar. Mighty Duck Graphics, Mighty Duck Performance, and all the guys over there that helped me out and race with me to keep me on my toes. Advanced Roofing Techniques, Granville Group Real Estate, Krebs Family Racing. Man, there's so many people. I'm forgetting them now after that race. Hurricane Wraps and Designs, Top Quality Threads, Rocky Coast USA, All Pro Towing, my dad for letting me get on here, and everything he does, my mom, my brother, everybody. I can't thank them all enough.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bo, as damn good as you are at driving these things, you better practice that a little bit or cheat and put a note card with those sponsors, man, because I got a feeling I'm going to be talking to you a lot this season. Congratulations. Hell of a run, man. Way to come back and steal that thing at the end. Good job tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that's your winner here in the Outlaw Dirt Series Pro Late Models. Bo Krebs, man, comes home. You see it there. Takes the checkered flag. And I'm telling you, I know, Jamie definitely raced that clean, but I don't think there was as much of let him by as much as there was, man, that 168 drove the hell out of that thing. And he earned this one tonight. Congratulations to Bo Krebs, parking it in victory lane. And, well, on behalf of everyone here at the Outlaw Dirt Series, I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV, signing off for the night, saying have a good evening, and tune in next Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern, and we'll be back with more Pro Late Models. Take it easy.